My date brought me a sack of potatoes on our first date, and my standards have never been higher. I was done with modern dating, tired of the whole wine dine ditch routine, where every guy expects you to go home and sleep with them before they even remember your name. And I promise, I really tried to branch out. I went on dates with the hot guys, the average guys, the nice guys, the younger guys, the older guys, the tall guys, the short guys, guys from all sorts of cultures and religions, and not one ever seemed genuinely interested. Each one picked me apart, told me how I should dress, how I should act. Some complained the entire date about women, others spent the entire date just talking about himself. And no matter how hard I tried, the romance always died before the third date. So yeah, I was exhausted. That's when my friend pushed me to go out with her cousin Caleb. I remember meeting him as a kid once. He was quiet, shy, the kind of nerdy kid who sat in the corner on his Game Boy, never really talking to anyone. I couldn't imagine a date with him going well now. So I told her bluntly, I've already given up on dating, but she wouldn't stop. Just one date? He's different, I swear. And if it doesn't work out, then you can quit forever. I sighed and agreed. Just one date. Then that was it. That would be the end of my awful modern dating experience forever. Except it wasn't that simple. Caleb and I started with texting, and it was fun. He was sweet, charming, funny, easy to talk to. But then again, every guy's like that at the start. At the end of the week, Caleb invited me out for a casual dinner, and honestly, I was thrown off guard. I didn't expect it to be actually casual. I saw him standing outside of a pizzeria wearing jeans and a graphic tee with some video game character on the front. No blazer, no fancy watch, just him. But that wasn't even the weirdest part. Instead of holding flowers, he handed me a burlap sack. Inside was 10 pounds of perfectly golden potatoes. I stood there speechless and full of questions like why potatoes? But instead of asking, I just smiled and said thanks because honestly, what else would you say in this situation? I followed him inside, already expecting the worst, waiting for him to start bragging about his career, or start making comments about my appearance, or even use those fake compliments I'd been hearing for years. But it never happened. Instead, he just sat there, asking me genuine questions, listening to my answers patiently. I felt like I was talking to someone who wanted to get to know me. By the time our plates were cleared, I was comfortable enough to finally ask the question that's been hanging in the back of my mind the entire time. So, the potatoes? He grinned and leaned back in his chair. I know it's weird, I grinned back. Just a little bit. Okay, remember how you mentioned in our chat that you hadn't had time to go grocery shopping this week? He asked. Well, I figured flowers die in a few days, but potatoes? They're the most versatile thing to gift to someone. You can fry them, steam them, boil and bake them. They pretty much last forever, and you can make 100 different things with them and never go hungry. I stared at him. He remembered that? I barely remembered saying it. It was a throwaway complaint buried in a long rant about my week. I started laughing and couldn't stop. Honestly, it's crazy, but I love it. It's very thoughtful. But I have to be honest with you. There's a bit of a problem with the gift. He flashed a confused expression. I leaned over the table and whispered, I'm a terrible cook. Like, genuinely awful. His eyes went wide. He broke out into a laugh and smiled. Then I'll come over and cook them for you. In any way you want, whenever you want. And I actually took him up on that offer. He came over twice that week. The first time, he taught me how to make crispy roasted potatoes with rosemary. The second time, we made garlic mashed potatoes together. And the third time he showed up, we didn't even cook. We just sat on the couch, talked, until he kissed me. Sometimes I think about all those guys who tried to impress me with expensive wine and fancy restaurants, who looked for a woman like an accessory. But Caleb went on a date making sure I'd leave with enough groceries. And now, I'd choose a practical man over a performative one any day.